Hello everyone, VegasVic1965. This week's video, we're going to show you how to properly link up nether portals. So without further ado, let's find out. Well, the first question you might have is, how big can it be and how small can the portal be? Well, the smallest you can build one would be 10 blocks of obsidian. That's 3 on each side and 2 on the top and bottom for a total of 10, which will make you a portal. And the largest you can make one would be a 23 by 23, or internally it'd be 21 by 21, a very giant portal. Linking another portal is easy if you remember that the overworld is 8 times larger than the nether. So if you find yourself a spot that you want to place your nether portal at your base, you want to make sure that you pop open the F3 screen if you're in Java. If you're not in your Bedrock, look at the top left. Make sure that you turn that on so you can see where you're at. And you want to make sure those coordinates from the spot you picked are divisible by 8. In this case, if you look at for the Java version, if you look at the right of the screen, you'll see targeted block 144 minus 39. Now I've already preset this up because I know 144 divided by 8 is 18 and 40 divided by 8 is 5. Remember to keep the same signs. So if it's negative 40 as you see on the screen, then when you divide that by 8 you get 5. Make sure it's a negative 5. So when you go to the nether, those are the spots you're going to look at. Because when you do get to the nether, chances are that nether portal is not going to be exactly where it needs to be. Now, if you have other portals nearby, you're probably going to end up popping through those portals and you're going to wonder why. And that's because it's not correctly linked. And that's what we're going to do right here. One of the other important things you want to remember is which way your portal is going to be facing. Now, if you look at the top of my screen, you'll see top left, it says I'm facing the negative Z. I want to make sure that this portal is going to be facing this direction. That's the X and the X, negative X and positive X. I want it open that way, just like that. So when you go through the nether portal, you will come out and you won't be facing a wall. Because if you have it facing open this way, then when you go through that nether portal, you'll be facing your other nether portal within the nether. So you want to make sure that that nether portal is facing east or west. Once you have found your sweet spot, and you want to make sure that the nether portal opening is facing east and west. As you can see on my coordinates, top left, it says I'm facing negative X. That way you don't appear into a wall when you get into the nether with the other portal on the other side. Go ahead and light your nether portal, and I want to mention that this is a 14 obsidian block portal, and the reason for that is so I can get those measurements exactly right by this center block right here. You can, like I said earlier, you can build them as little as 10. We'll let our portal go in, and we'll check our coordinates to see where we're at. Now, we were looking to see if our portal was at 18 and minus 5. So if we bring up our coordinates, if you look on the middle right of the screen, you'll see that we are at approximately 2 and 5. We're not exactly where we need to be, because if you have other portals nearby and you decide to keep this portal the way it is and you go through, chances are you may not end up at the portal that you built. You may end up something like this. This is a portal that is about 150 blocks away. Which brings up another point that I want to mention, that in the nether you want to make sure that any portals you build are at least 16 blocks away. And in the overworld you want to make sure any additional portals that you build are at least 128 blocks away. If not, you're going to end up not knowing which portals you'll be coming through. So make sure you have those distances in mind, and we'll go back to the nether and we'll set up our correct nether portal to link it up. Okay, we are back in the nether, and I unfortunately had to build an extra platform right here because we happen to be over the nether. No luck here, I guess. But most of the times you probably won't have to run into that. So anyway, there's our portal over there that we initially made from the other side. So when we came through, that's what the initial one that was made. And if we look at our coordinates right now, I have found the sweet spot that we need in the nether to properly link up the one we have in the overworld that we made in the mangrove swamp. That's 18 and minus 5. So from here, you can either build it right inside this, or you can build it on top. Either way, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to do my usual 14 one. And we'll come up and put the last 3 on top. We'll need to go over and break the other portal. Make sure you do have your flint and steel. Do not forget that. If you forget that, you're going to have a tough time. You can find them in the nether in some chests, like from loot chests within the Bastion Remnants, or even in the nether fortress. So now that we have our new portal built, and it's in the correct spot, as we can see once again, by looking at the right middle of our screen, you'll see it says 18 and -5. That's the coordinates we were looking for. We'll light it, and we should be able to come out through the mangrove swamp where we built it to begin with. And there we are. One of the last things I wanted to mention was, if you're playing on a server that grants you access to the nether roof to make travel a lot easier, you want to make sure that you spawn proof any solid blocks. Now, nothing's going to spawn on the bedrock. However, a block such as this solid block right here, or even these frog lights, you could potentially get a ghast that could spawn there, or a piglin, a zombified piglin, or perhaps even a magma cube, or others, depending on what biome that portal is in. So you want to make sure that you spawn proof it. You can spawn proof it with slabs, with carpets, pressure plates, as long as you spawn proof it. That way you don't wreak havoc on anybody else's builds that happen to be in the area. Spawn proof any solid blocks that you place down. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's video on how to properly link your nether portal. If you like this video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe for past or future videos, click that subscribe button. It really helps me and lets me know that I provide great quality content for you guys each and every week. So until next week's video, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.